Cultivating Childhood Wellness Through Gardening, a training brought to you by Wisconsin Nutrition, Physical Activity, and Obesity Program, and Community Groundworks. Chapter 6, Roots, selected from Got Veggies, a youth garden-based nutrition education curriculum. Free copies for download are available on the Wisconsin Department of Health Services website at www.dhs.wisconsin.gov. Have you heard of the saying, put down roots? The root is the first part of the plant that comes out of the seed. It pulls up water and minerals for the plant to grow. People eat roots like beets and carrots because they give us nutrients we need to stay healthy. Other animals get their nutrients from plants too. For example, cows eat grass and chickens eat leaves. In this lesson, kids can talk about what roots do and explore the kinds of roots we eat. Lesson plan. Students will identify the 6 plant parts and describe the life cycle of plants, understand the function of various types of roots, identify, describe, and taste different plant foods. Look, feel, smell, eat. This activity addresses Wisconsin Model Early Learning Standards by giving children opportunities to engage in imaginative play, use their senses, and practice strategies to investigate information, form explanations using observation, and practice measuring, sorting, and comparison skills. Here is a list of materials you will need for this lesson. Food, a variety of root vegetables, for example, carrots, sweet potatoes, and radishes. Supplies, display board, knife or other cutting tool that is age and developmentally appropriate for audience, plates, napkins, and roots of weeds or other plants. On a display board in the garden or classroom, list, draw, or refer to a picture of the 6 main plant parts we eat: seeds, roots, stems, leaves, flowers, and fruit. Ask students which part of the plant is the first to grow out of the seed when it is planted. Or ask students what plant part they eat when they eat a carrot. Answer: the root. Have students list as many root vegetables as they can. Have them identify all the root vegetables you have growing in your garden or make a list of those they'd like to grow. Kids know that roots are delicious. They are also learning that roots are healthy foods. Now ask kids, what do the roots do for the plant? Answer: absorb nutrients and water from the soil and provide support by anchoring the plant in the ground. Next, ask kids how people get the water and nutrients they need since they don't have roots. Answer: the nutrients that the roots absorb end up in the food we eat. Roots do a big job in making sure both plants and people have the nutrients needed to live and grow. The large roots that we eat, such as sweet potatoes and celeriac, also store food for the plant. Harvest some weeds or other plants that are ready to be pulled up and examine the roots. The primary root is the largest and usually central root. Sometimes this is a taproot, a large tapered root like a carrot. Other plants, such as lettuce, have fibrous root systems. The secondary roots are the smaller roots that grow horizontally off of the primary root. A taproot stores food for the plant, and the secondary roots both anchor the plant and absorb water and nutrients. Collect and wash a variety of interesting root vegetables from the garden, farmer's market, or grocery store, such as golden or cylindra beets, turnips, jicama, celeriac, rutabaga, beauty heart radish, black Spanish radish, orange and purple carrots, and sweet potatoes. Organize students in groups of 4 and tell them they are root veggie explorers. Give each group 1 or 2 of the root vegetables. They will need to use their senses to look at, feel, smell, and taste these roots. Go around to each group and cut 1 sample of their root in half so they can see the inside. If possible, offer them a sample to taste. Remember to have students wash or sanitize their hands before tasting. Based on their observations about various root characteristics, the group should come up with a new and unique name for these roots. Have each group share the name of their root and explain how they arrived at that name. Afterwards, students can look for ways that all of the roots are similar to one another and how they are different. The super orange vegetables that are roots, for example, carrots and sweet potatoes, provide our bodies with extra energy, so they are important to eat often. For older students, you could explain that the reason that orange vegetables are super is because they contain extra amounts of key nutrients like vitamins A and C and potassium. These nutrients are important for many reasons, including the following. Vitamin A is essential for keeping our eyes and skin healthy and for protecting our bodies against illnesses like the cold and flu. Vitamin C keeps our gums and teeth healthy, and potassium helps our heart stay healthy. During or after the tasting, encourage children of all ages to create a superhero-type name for each of the orange root vegetables they have explored. Follow up the exploratory activity with a tasting of a variety of root vegetables. Remember to have students wash their hands before tasting. Offering a familiar choice, such as a carrot, makes it easier for students to try less familiar roots. Raw sweet potato, radishes, celeriac, and salad turnips also make great snacks. Here are some adaptations of this activity for children in the early care and education setting. Have the children guess what the inside of the root would look like. Then slice it in half in front of them to see if they guessed correctly. Slice a radish or beet from top to bottom and notice how the size of the slice changes. Talk about why it changes. Measure the length or circumference of different roots using a string or measuring tape and compare sizes. Have children line up carrots or a combination of root vegetables from shortest to longest, or sort a pile of root vegetables by type and/or use them to make a pattern. Invite the children to taste test the vegetables, but note that some raw root vegetable pieces can be a choking hazard for small children. Consider cooking or shredding them for taste testing. Describe your actions throughout the activity to explore new vocabulary. Sending home a recipe for a root vegetable dish can be a good way to connect this lesson to life at home. Giving the I tried it stickers to children after the tasting can also help the conversation to continue at home. Use the link embedded in the slide to access the I tried it sticker on the Farm to ECE page of the Community Groundworks website.